How could humanity win a war against aliens? By listening to what they have to say. Rape. Anon, rape cannot solve every single problem. You have to stop this. Depends on technology, but if they have the resources and ability to come to Earth from their home planet, then it would be best to spread your ass open and hope that having sex is their weakness. We need to use the manhole again. Using the Trudeauan theory of warfare, we'll win if they kill us and wipe us out. If an alien civilization is advanced enough to feasibly make such a long journey, then there isn't really anything we could do to stop them, and we'd all be dead without them even needing to personally visit our galaxy. On the bright side, any civilization that advanced has no real reason to attack us in the first place. Resources? Whatever they're after, they're passing billions of times more of it in asteroids during the journey here. Living space? Way less time/effort to just build orbital habitats where they already live. Slave labor? Would be less effort and more effective to just automate whatever work they had in mind. Livestock? Would be less effort to covertly retrieve DNA samples with a drone and cultivate meat from them instead, which would also be easier and cheaper than conceiving/raising live humans, requiring less energy and space. Just for shits and giggles? Such an advanced civilization could make the Death Star look like a child's toy. So if they're that bad at containing any grug smash instincts, then they'll destroy themselves through internal conflict long before they ever discover other intelligent life. Elimination of a future threat doesn't even need to be a big decision. You could just have a small number of dickheads who easily have enough power to overwhelm us. Imagine some gang using us as hostages. Aliens have alien motives. Simple as, hope that they're completely retarded. No species without extreme ideological potency and spiritual intensity would survive to colonize the rest of their system, let alone another star system. Without an overriding philosophical and spiritual desire to compel them, they'd be too busy on their world with alien redditors and alien sci-fi enthusiasts smugly voting to import more sub-aliens into whatever the most productive and long-term planning-oriented alien society was at the behest of alien parasites who easily exploit alien midwittery. In short, you don't conquer space by suppressing grug smash. You reach space by suppressing actually nerds and shoving them back into lockers where they fucking belong. Nuke-shaped charge. Bill Clinton loved the part when the First Lady dies. Said it was his favorite movie. It'd probably take a second or more offensive depending on how advanced the aliens are. If they render our weapons useless, then we have no choice but to use their own weapons against them or try to mimic theirs. Basically anything new they pull out is going to be analyzed as best as we can while also trying to snag parts. That's a big if they don't kill all the smart people and the rest of the Earth in one go. They wouldn't. We'd be liquidated. Any civilization that advanced has no real reason to attack us in the first place. That's a very bold conclusion considering we have exactly 0 data points to work off of, and that includes ourselves. Something sci-fi writers often overlook is how unusual Earth is. Basically a binary planet system with a much higher density and gravity than is expected from its orbital position. Obviously, both of those are due to the same Proterozoic impact. It has a ton of interesting geological and biological implications. One that is never talked about is if sentient aliens are all from Goldilocks-type planets. It is currently thought a human soldier would be to an Lamau grunt as either a human is to a gorilla on the low side or a human to like a space marine or something on the high side. Humans are likely to be radically physically stronger than aliens, like to a scary for them degree. Would be nice if we saw this reflected in film, with a movie that showed the more likely scenario is totally inverted from aliens etc. The humans may be fewer in number and with inferior technology, but they will absolutely wreck your gray-skinned shitbox if they can get close to you, which considering walking on Earth would be the equivalent of a sprint workout on Mars, they probably can. Quickly. The John Carter stories did that over 100 years ago. How could humanity win a war against aliens? Depends on the scale of the conflict. The entire star-faring alien race decides it wants to utilize all of its worlds to launch an attack on Earth? Humans can't win. They can just launch some RKVs for pennies in terms of their budget and kill everyone on Earth. But how about extremely small faction from said aliens decides to attack Earth? Maybe it's just some civilian mining corporation and due to an emergency they couldn't make it to their destination. Maybe they need to stop by the solar system for some reason. They don't even have anything beyond basic security team used to police members of their own ship and not for doing invasions of other worlds. For some reason, Earth has what they need to make their repairs, so they stop here and it ends up resulting in some battle between Earth militaries and the alien security team while their engineers repair the ship. You just need a contrived reason for the aliens to have only a small group and not be at anything near their full power. District 9 did that. How could humanity win a war against aliens? Transmit an archive of all K-posts. Aliens would decipher it and get an aneurysm from the concentrated retardation at display. Absolutely zero fucking chance against a dedicated invasion. No way. The only way to contrive a victory scenario goes like this. Give us at least an extra 2 centuries. This is so we can have some space infrastructure already and aren't bootstrapping an interplanetary war economy from nothing. The aliens are a broke down rogue fleet running on fumes and chased by another alien faction. The aliens need to be as weak as possible and need to be on the run so they can't just stop in another solar system to rebuild. The runaway aliens want to use us for an expedited refit. The chasers ask us to hold them down for them to catch up. In this scenario, we might be able to defeat the aliens on our own, but realistically, we would still be at such a disadvantage that our best bet would be stalling and waiting for the other aliens to help out. Nuke.
That's just Business Benwood and Honeyland. Come on along, come on along. Let me take you by the hand up to the man who's the leader of